I'm Sylvanians, and I make videos about Sylvanian families, also known as Calico critters, and I love buying second-hand Sylvanians from Vinted. I've recently bought 2 bundles of items and haven't opened them yet, so I thought it could be fun to take a look together. So first, I obviously have to open up the packaging. I'll just open this one off camera so I don't reveal my address. And it's all very safe in this big bubble wrapped parcel. And now the other one. Okay, that's slightly easier. This is very well packaged. Where can I get in? Okay. I can't remember exactly what I bought. This is kind of like Christmas. Let's start with what was the pink parcel. So the first thing is this kind of beach piece with a palm tree. That should just go in. And actually, let's move my camera as well. So I think this is from the seaside theme, which came out in the early 2010s, I think. I have done a bit of rearranging of my collection and added a new shelf, so now have a seaside area, and I thought this would fit in perfectly. There are some stickers on the sand part, but I think these are kind of cute actually. Maybe that one is in a little worse condition. Oh no, there we go, his legs can stick down again. I think this will be really fun to have on the side of the water, especially as this does look like water, for all of the kind of boats and beach pieces that I have. And the palm tree is really cute as well for a bit of decoration at the back. Which item next? These are attached. Let's go with this one. Okay, I can feel figures. Yeah, these are the Cheshire Cat children. So only one is dressed, but that's okay. I've got loads of spare clothes in my collection. These are the Cheshire Cat children. I think they were listed as the Silk Cats, but they have the grey on their ears, which shows that it's the Cheshire ones. I believe that this is Constance Cheshire from the outfit, which is one of the school children. It's like a little school uniform with a kind of vest top over the top. There are a few marks on her face, but I can probably clean those up. And her tail is in one piece, so that's fine. She also has the grippy hands, which I love. And maybe that collar just needs a little bit of straightening. Okay, she can stand up. There's also these two. This one looks quite good. Ooh. I think her tail is making her not be able to stand up. Yeah, this one looks in slightly better condition, whereas this one has a few marks, but we might be able to get him cleaned up. The other child in the Cheshire Cat family is called Gregory, and he's the brother, so I think this one will be Gregory, and maybe we'll see about this one. Oh, his arm is a little bit loose as well, whereas, yeah, this one feels better. I do have the Cheshire Cat parents, so they are Grace Cheshire, and I think the dad is just called Mr. Cheshire. I'm not sure if he has a first name. Economically, they work in the hotel, but in my collection, they run the Blackcurrant Cafe, so I think the children might end up helping out there a little bit. I think the Cheshire Cats are a really cute family, and the grey is quite unique amongst Sylvanians, and of course the gripping hands are always great for displaying scenes. Ah yeah, there's a washing machine as well. This is a style that I don't actually own yet. There are quite a few different washing machines, but this one is quite a chunky, almost retro feeling one. it kind of has that 1950s look, I think. But it opens at the front like that with a drum, and that does spin round. That's really nice to spin actually, with just this little dial on the back. I can't remember what year this was from. I'll list all of the details on the screen of all these items because I don't know them all offhand. But yeah, I just thought this could go in one of the houses, maybe in my newly set up Fairy Snowbird house, and it's a good addition. I'm not sure I'm planning on putting this. Maybe it could go in the Fairy Snowbird log cabin, which I've just kind of redecorated and has a blue theme, and that could go in any of the rooms. Let's do this parcel next. Okay, so I've got some chairs. I think these were the reason why I actually ended up buying this bundle, because I really like the brown colour, and then they also have this deep red sort of velvety seat, which looks very elegant, I think. It is a bit dark, so I'm not sure if you can fully pick up the red colour, but it's a nice deep maroon, kind of burgundy. This one is broken, which I didn't actually realise. So maybe I can mould something on or just put it at the back of the scene. Yeah, it kind of falls down. But the rest look good. Sort of a nice curvy legs at the front and then straight at the back. It just seems to be that one which looks broken. I'm planning on putting these in Hilltop Manor in the little dining room at the front, as I want to put the chairs that are currently in there in a different place, and thought these ones with velvet seats would look good. And now for the last bag of this bundle. And I have lots of pieces in here. Okay, lots of pieces here. Let's just rearrange them a bit. Right, I think I've grouped everything. I'm not sure which sets exactly these are all from. I think maybe the seaside birthday set or something might have some of them, or maybe one of the wedding sets as well. Anyway, this will all be good for like an elegant dinner party or something. There are these 3 bottles of juice. So a grape, an apple and an orange. I have a little sign that is missing its sticker, which I think is actually stuck onto this blue one, but can use that for anything. These serving utensils and a kind of spoon thing, or maybe this is a ladle for the drinks. This blue tray, which is where that sticker's been put onto. Maybe I can peel it off slightly. And actually, I think I might have the piece that goes beneath this. I'll have a look through my stash. Some trays of food. I've no idea what this actually is, but there is this extra piece that comes off. What do you think it is? These are some kind of hors d'oeuvres or appetizers. A set of sandwiches, which should go on one of the serving platters. And this kind of salad, I think. This looks like a very fancy cake and is attached to the tray. Then one cake stand with a cloche, and that is clear. As well as this one, which is silver. I like this bucket of ice. I do already have one like this, but it's really nice to put the bottle in there. Let's have apple juice on ice this time. Then a little bowl that has a nice octagon design. Yeah, 8 sides. Then there's also a variety of jugs and little cups and some glasses. I'm not sure what these ones are. They're very narrow and kind of short. I'll look up the sets that I think I have and see if I can work out what they are, but if you know, then let me know. And then these 2 little pieces, which maybe are just broken off. There's a flat white part and a clear or translucent yellow blob, I guess. Maybe this is to go in one of the cups as some juice. No, it doesn't fit in. Not sure what this is. But yeah, that is the first bundle. I'll just stand the Cheshire Cats up again. I can use all of these pieces in my collection in various parts. I have got a plan for the chairs and washing machine and sandy beach part, but all of the food and tableware can be scattered around, maybe in some of my less furnished houses, or even in one of the restaurants. And I'm happy to put the Cheshire Cat children anywhere, once those 2 have got some clothes on. Overall, I think this bundle cost me £20-ish, including shipping. Maybe that was a little much, but I've got 2 Cheshire Cat children in really good condition. And these style chairs, washing machine and the beach are no longer made, so I'm glad to have them. I'll just move these off the side to make room for the second bundle. The pieces are split up into 2 sets, all wrapped in paper. I ordered this one a little longer ago, so I can't quite remember what I bought. Oh yeah, I've got quite a bit of furniture in this one. Okay, so here I've got a dining table. This is one of the older style ones. Also a little desk. I think this is from a hospital set, and I do own a couple like this already, but it's quite a useful size and height. And then also a little brown bench. I have got quite a few of these already, and again these are just useful for putting anywhere where you want to put some figures sitting down. This is a big bundle of random tiny items, so I might look at this after the other bigger pieces. I believe this stretcher is from the ambulance, which I don't own, but I thought it could be good to have in my hospital. The colour is really nice and the silver sides make it look quite medical. This is a little chest of drawers with a mirror on the top. The mirror is a little bit grubby, so you can just about see my ceiling in it, but I thought that this would be nice for any sort of bedroom set that I have. And I believe, yeah, the drawers do open. I can't remember which set this is from, but I'll put that up on this video. I believe this is a bathroom piece that has a shelf built in, and it'd be quite nice to just sort of separate out a toilet or sink. I have no idea where this is from. It's just a kind of random board. Again, any ideas would be welcome. This is half a bed. I can't quite remember why I bought this particular bundle. No, not sure. Maybe it was for these pieces. There's another little stool, again, super useful. This. I have no idea on that. Looks like it maybe fits into somewhere, but yeah, I can't tell what that is meant to be. And this is maybe a little kind of jump off thing for maybe one of the sports sets, but it looks like wood. Quite nice. Okay, it is getting dark, so I'm going to switch on some lights so that we can look at the big bundle of little items. I do prefer to use natural light, so apologies if this is a bit yellow. And this is everything that was in that bag. This. Oh, I thought it was hair. I think it's just a Velcro piece. Okay, I've tried to put this into sections. These three things at the front I don't think are Sylvanian. There may be LOL dolls, and I can't tell what this is, so actually maybe it is Sylvanian. But these shoes definitely aren't. Then we have a load of paper pieces, so I've got a lot of little seed packets, some magazines, several things from the hot dog van. I think these may be napkins or something to wrap around the food. I don't have the hot dog van, so we'll have to use these elsewhere. I believe these are also for holding the actual hot dogs, which is also what I'm pretty sure that this is. I'll be able to refold this box back up. So that should look like this, but I think it's missing the base piece, unfortunately. Some more random things, tiny pack of butter, a box from the pizza shop, which is also where this pizza piece is from, and bizarrely this, which I think is the handle from the front of the pizza delivery trike. But I can use those in my pizza restaurant. Little map of Sylvania paper piece, which is very cute. And several other cardboard pieces, a timetable, science book, lots of, well, this piece which I think is ripped a bit, but it could maybe be an envelope, and another envelope, little letters and such. Yeah, these can go on some Sylvanian desks. A few pencils and a pencil sharpener. I have always loved this piece. Got some gardening bits, a little sign to go in one of the flower pots, trowel, a actual tulip flower head, watering can, then some bits of food. I think this is some popcorn, ice creams, a fancy little pastry from one of the cake shops, lollipop. I think these are birthday candles to be popped into one of the cakes, but I'm not 100%. Some serving items, a slipper, just the one, little pink soap, a bottle of cleaning spray, singular crutch, and a random piece of fabric. Oh, this is interesting. This is from the hot dog van as well, and it's a little cup of juice. Then some more plates. I think I have matching ones for these two. Not sure about this one. Oh, and another little clear one, which is very cute. This purple stool from some sort of dressing table, I reckon. Ruler for the school or one of the other desks. This white bowl, I think, is from a hospital set. And yeah, little cardboard box of milk as well, which seems to have survived the journey other than the rest of the paper pieces. So yeah, all of these side of items I think cost £10. I really like the little dressing table set. I think that would be really useful, and having the stretcher. I'm still not sure entirely what was going on when I bought the set that has just a sort of broken bed and random pieces in, but if I can remember why, I'll put the reason on screen. And yeah, all of these other little pieces I'll definitely find room for in my collection. Let me know what you think of these items and if you think I was overcharged. Maybe I was a little bit, but there are some good pieces in here. Also, do you like buying bundles like this on Vinted or eBay or other places? I think it's a really good way of finding older items and random pieces that you didn't know existed, usually for a good price, and it saves them from going in the bin. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you like Sylvanian Families, then subscribe to my channel as I post videos every week about everything Sylvanian, including hauls and unboxings like this, as well as setups and all the latest news and announcements.